Good evening. I'm meteorologist Trevor Oliver, and this is my loyal assistant Ruby with Putnam Weather and More. And we're here to give you the latest weather info and news for Putnam County. But before we do so, let's cover the tropics briefly. So, right now, the National Hurricane Center doesn't expect any tropical activity within the next 7 days, which is great news for us. But as I've mentioned in previous videos, we're still in the beginning stages of our hurricane season, and our chances for tropical systems will only increase as we head into August and especially September. Yeah, Ruby's a little antsy right now. She really wants to see some hurricanes, a hurricane lover. She Her dream is to be a hurricane hunter, fly into the eye of hurricanes. Yeah, isn't that right? My little hurricane hunter. Anyway, I'm gonna let her go so she can look at some updates from the National Hurricane Center. But let's now look at our area specifically. Right now in Palaca, we have fair conditions and the temperature is around 82 degrees. That's much better than what the high was earlier today, around 91 degrees. And the temperature should only drop from here to about 74 degrees, the low for tonight. And the probability of precipitation is 20% right now, but that'll increase to about 90% on Wednesday. And from there, our chances for rain will decrease, and they'll decrease to a minimum of about 40% on Saturday, and that 40% chance will remain into Sunday. And so tomorrow, thunderstorms will be the primary hazard, and the same goes for Thursday and Friday. But on excuse me, Ruby, but on Saturday, but this weekend when we have those lower chances for rain, high heat will be the primary hazard. And as you can see here, those highs will increase starting tomorrow, and and this weekend, the highs will be in the upper 90s. But because of the high humidity that that's that's normal for Florida at this time of the year, those temperatures may feel a bit higher, and yeah, those heat indices will probably be much higher, like in the like around 100. Luckily, the lows will remain in the low to mid 70s throughout the rest of the week, so you have that to look forward to. And it's pretty much the same thing in Crescent City. Fair conditions, a temperature of 82 degrees, but the high was 89 degrees, and the low is also 74 degrees there in Crescent City. The probability of precipitation is slightly higher, just 10% higher, around 30%. But tomorrow there will also be a 90% chance for rain in Crescent City, and that's because of those afternoon thunderstorms, and they'll be the primary hazard tomorrow in the latter half of the week. But as with Palaca, the chances for precipitation in Crescent City will only decrease um, as we head into the weekend. Uh, During the weekend, that chance of rain will be around 30%, making high heat the primary hazard. And as you can see here, the highs um, also increase, um, and those lows, they'll be in the the mid to upper 70s, slightly higher than the lows in Palaca. And again, those highs do increase, but they stay within the 90s, and the same goes for Palaca. Now, looking at Interlaken, conditions also fair there. Temperature of 80 degrees, and that's much more comfortable than the high 90 degrees, and and again, it probably felt much higher because of that humidity. And tonight the temperature will reach a low of 72 degrees. That's very comfortable. And Yes, the slide says that the probability of precipitation is 80% for Interlaken, but that I know for sure that is wrong. It is lower. I don't remember what the percentage is off the top of my head, but I want to apologize for that error. But still, do be aware of pop up showers and thunderstorms, especially tomorrow, when the probability of precipitation will be around 90%, and on Thursday that chance of rain will be around 80%, and thunderstorms will be the primary hazards Wednesday into Friday. But again, those chances will only decrease as we head into the weekend, and that'll make high heat the primary hazard for that. For then, as you can see here, the highs also increase in Interlaken, and they'll reach the upper 90s during the weekend, and those lows will be in the low to mid 70s, quite comfortable. So, in summary, if you're working outdoors, or you have plans to be outdoors sometime during the latter half of this week and the weekend, beware of thunderstorms, especially in the afternoon, and high heat. Prepare accordingly for those hazards. Have rainproof gear, especially on from Wednesday to Friday. And when you hear thunder, find shelter. And remember, when thunder roars, go indoors. That's great advice. And during the weekend, make sure you have plenty of sunscreen on, and you pack plenty of water, and drink that water. And if at any point you feel overheated, find a shady area and rest there. And as you do so, drink that water. And that being said, this Saturday there will be a fishing competition held by Bland Pro. It'll be the Bland Pro Bass Trail, and that'll be on the 26th, this Saturday. Weigh-in is at 3 p.m. and there will be two divisions: juniors, which includes people 49 and under, and seniors 50 and over. Here's some important information down here. Anglers may fish up a division but not down a division. The big bass tie will go to the angler with the highest bag total for the event, and big bass will be paid on both days of the championship. So if you're looking for something to do this Saturday, or you're an avid fisherman, check this out. Check out the Bland Pro Bass Trail. I will not partake in this, as I'm not the biggest fan of fishing. I don't really have the patience for it, but I do have the patience for storms. I love storm chasing, though it can be much more frustrating than fishing. And that's all for tonight. Thank you so much for listening. This has been meteorologist Trevor Oliver with Putnam Weather and More. And I want to thank my lovely assistant, Ruby, who is no longer with me. She has wandered off elsewhere. And please leave a like or a comment. Feedback is encouraged to improve future videos. And again, thank you so much for listening, and have a great night.